Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel, Fit with Tiff 100.
I wanted to share with you the steps I took to lose 130 pounds. Three secrets that I used to pay off $100,000 in student loan debt. Well, hello, my Fit fam. Thanks again for tuning in to Fit with Tiff 100. Tiffany Chanel here, and today I'd like to talk to you about being fit in your finances. But before we get into this video, if you're not already a Fit family member, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below. And also, if you like videos like these about being fit in your finances, please give this video a thumbs up by hitting the like button. And please feel free to comment down below on different ways that you manage to remain out of debt. And if this content resonates with you and you believe it can help others, please feel free to share this video with as many people as you'd like. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, to be more specific in the area of being fit in your finances, I'd like to discuss how can I remain out of debt. Many of you may already be out of debt and would like some helpful tips on remaining debt-free. And then some of you may still be paying off debt. Maybe you paid a smaller debt and you're now paying on a larger debt, and you want to make sure that you don't accumulate additional debt. If you fall anywhere on that list, then this video is for you. Or if you know someone who falls on that list, then this video is for you to share to them. Okay, so how can I remain out of debt? So I'm going to share with you 5 plus a bonus of habits of successfully debt-free people. Now, these habits are what have helped people not only get out of debt, but remain out of debt. So habit number 1, pay yourself first. Credit cards are not to be used for emergency purposes. You should be paying yourself first, meaning anytime you get your paycheck, you need to set aside a certain amount of money in a savings account strictly for emergency purposes. And the goal is to set aside at least 3 to 6 months of expenses in your savings account. Now, what does this mean? That means if your monthly expenses are $1,000 a month, then you need to have between $3,000 to $6,000 in an emergency savings account. That way, when an emergency happens, you don't have to get into more debt by using your credit card. Instead, you can use the money in your emergency account. Also, this helps you from having to resort to using credit cards or personal loans for emergencies. So you're going to notice throughout the video that I'll be looking down a little bit at my screen, and that's not because I'm not engaged, but I did more research. I had some information based on my experience and my education, but I wanted to do some more research and some more digging. And so you'll see me occasionally look down and read on what I call cue cards, just so that I make sure I'm giving you accurate information. All right, now habit number 2. So this habit was actually shared with me by a close family friend and also a family member, and they basically stated, do not work for your credit card. If you must have a credit card, make sure that that credit card or that credit account is working for you. So what does this mean? If you're one of those people that want to make sure you improve your FICO score, then you want to have some sort of level of debt. If you have a credit card or a credit account, make sure that that card is working for you, meaning use that card on purpose. So let me give you an example. I have a gas card, and the way I use that card is I, of course, use it for gas, but I also get benefits through my company that if I use this card for gas, I will get discounts at the gas station. So that's a perk by lowering the amount I have to pay on gas. In addition to that, at the end of every month, I pay that card off in full. So instead of me working hard, sweating, trying to make a little bit over the minimum payment, I use that card. I know that when I use that card, I can afford to pay it off in full at the end of the month. And that's how I make the card work for me as opposed to me working for the card. Also, let's say you want to buy a piece of jewelry or some furniture and you want to get this on credit so that you can continue to build up that FICO score on your credit report. Well, make sure that whatever you're buying, you can afford to pay off within a short period of time. Some stores will allow you 12 to 24 months to pay off a credit card without accumulating any interest. So you're only paying the original balance on that card. Make sure that at the end of each month you're paying it down in such a way that at the end of those 12 or 24 months you've paid the card off in full. The third habit of successfully debt-free people is that they say goodbye, at least for now, to their credit cards, or they make it hard for them to access their card. So what are some of the ways that you can actually say goodbye for now to your credit card or make it difficult to access your card? One way is that you can cut your credit card up. I know that sounds drastic, but it works. Put your card in the card shredder in your home office and shred that card or take it somewhere to get it shredded. That way you're not tempted to go back and look at that card number and try to go and make a purchase again. Now, there are some less drastic ways of making it hard for you to access your card. I've heard some people talk about doing this, and that is putting your card in some water and then sticking that water in the freezer and freezing your card. That way, when you're tempted to go and use your card, it's going to take some time for that card to thaw out from the frozen water. And during that time, you're able to really think about why you want to use that card and is it really necessary. Habit number 4, limit the number of credit cards or credit accounts that you have. So have maybe 1 or 2 cards that you've owned for several years, maybe 8 to 10 or more years, and only have those cards at your disposal. Let's say you have 5 cards. 2 cards you've had for at least 8 to 10 years. The other 3 cards are recent accounts. Close those other 3 accounts. You really don't need that many credit cards. And if you end up maxing these other cards, you're going to be tempted to get into even more debt with the other 3 cards instead of just taking your money and paying off the debt from the original 2 cards that you had. Also, as I mentioned in the prior tip, I have a couple of credit cards, just 2, one of which is a major credit card, such as a MasterCard, American Express, Visa, Discover, that type of card, where I can use it anywhere. In addition to that, I also have a gas card. And what I like about the gas card is, as I mentioned in the prior tip, I can use that gas card and at the end of the month completely pay it off. Also, you're not going to spend a lot of money on a gas card in a month, so that makes it easier for you to pay it off at the end of the month and therefore helping to improve your FICO score. That gas card allows me to get perks by paying less at the pump because my company who distributed the gas card to me has contracts and deals to make sure that we get discounts when we pay for gas using that gas card. In addition to that, when I'm swiping my gas card, I never have to be concerned of someone stealing my account information and stealing money out of my account. I know several people where they have been victims of identity theft, where they use their credit card or their debit card at the gas station, and one of those devices was placed where you slide your card through it, and they ended up having their identity stolen immediately and money taken from their account. You don't want to be a victim of identity theft, which is another reason why I do keep my gas card on hand. So the fifth habit of successfully debt-free people is that they are determined to avoid unnecessary fees. So I'm going to read this statement to you that I found in some of my research. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, consumers collectively paid their financial institutions more than $11 billion in overdraft fees and non-sufficient fees in 2015. Furthermore, a survey was conducted on creditcards.com, and it revealed that the most common credit card fees include those for late payments, cash advances, return payments, and balance transfers. Also, I would advise, don't go and use your credit card or your debit card at an ATM that is not your bank's ATM. Your bank is going to charge you a fee, and then the financial institution that owns that ATM is going to charge you a fee. And that's your own money paying a fee for convenience when it's just not necessary. Now, whenever you're getting a credit card or a credit account, be sure to read the cardholder agreement, terms, and conditions for your financial accounts so that you're aware of fees associated with these accounts. For example, many credit cards offer grace periods for new purchases, or you could avoid paying finance charges when you pay the balance for that statement in full by the payment due date. Credit card balances associated with balance transfers and cash advances may not offer a grace period. So if you are not aware or you really don't understand some of the terms and conditions associated with your account, please definitely contact someone at your financial institution before you make any further decisions. Now, I know I said I would share 5 habits of successfully debt-free people who not only get out of debt, but they remain out of debt. But because I love you guys so much and you're part of my Fit family, I'm going to add in a bonus habit. So, habit number 6 of successfully debt-free people. They do not increase their household expenses just because their income increased. They make sure that they limit their household expenses. It's a mentality thing, guys. If you are accustomed to living paycheck to paycheck, and you'll likely think that increasing your household expenses because your income increased is okay. But even though you may feel like it's okay, it's not okay if you want to have a sustainable, worry-free, financially freedom lifestyle for you and your family. The challenge of staying out of debt isn't necessarily associated with your income so much as it is with your ability to avoid spending more once your earning power increases. If you get a raise, a bonus, a tax refund, put it directly in an account that accumulates interest. Make investments to help you grow the value of your cash. Not only does this strategy help you towards financial freedom and your financial goals, it also helps you increase the likelihood that you will remain debt-free. And according to Discover.com, a 2016 analysis by the Joint Center for Housing Studies of Harvard University indicates that an increasing number of Americans technically qualify as severely cost burdened. defined by monthly housing expenses that account for at least half of their monthly income. When living expenses take up at least half of a person's paycheck, researchers explain that they're often forced to make financial sacrifices in areas such as their health care, retirement and savings, even saving up for a child's college fund, and more than likely falling back into debt. So please make sure that you are limiting your household expenses and you're not increasing those household expenses just because your household income increased. Now, just to recap, these were the 5 plus a bonus helpful habits that successfully debt-free people have to not only get out of debt, but to remain debt-free. Habit number 1, pay yourself first. Habit number 2, don't work for credit cards or credit accounts. Make the credit cards work for you. Habit number 3, say bye for now to your credit cards, or at least make them hard to access. Habit number 4, limit the number of credit cards or credit accounts that you have. Habit number 5, be determined to avoid unnecessary fees. And the bonus habit, number 6, please, please, please limit your household expenses. Don't increase your household expenses just because your household income increased. Well, my Fit fam, I do hope you enjoyed this video and that it encouraged you in some way to get out of debt, but then remain debt-free so that you and your family too can experience financial freedom. If this video did resonate with you and you'd like more financial tips in the future, please hit the thumbs up button by liking this video. Also, if you're not already a Fit family member, please do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel. And if you are a Fit family member, please hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so that you never miss my videos in the future. Definitely comment down below on some of the ways that you're able to remain debt-free. And please share this content with others that you believe would benefit from this video. And until next time, my Fit fam, stay fit in your finances, and I'll see you in the next upload. Bye. This is a journey for me. I'm still not done, and that's why it's called a journey, I suppose. But if you would like to share this journey with me, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below. And that way you will be able to stay tuned for more of my videos in the future. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, YouTube.